Bat collectors. I'm doing some inventory and I just wanted to show you a few of my carded vintage Batman pieces. Another cheap dime store Batman inspired bat phone. This one's on card. There's also a header card variation, and you see the round gold foil bat symbol decal in there, right on the rotary. I just thought it was a sweet piece. Two unauthorized vintage Batman carded pieces. Bat belt and bat mask. And the bat mask by Foster Grant. Here's a cheap dime store 60s Batman inspired Catman mask. They also produced this on a card. And it's from the 60s, but they also made them in the 70s. Another piece to cash in on the 60s Batman craze was this here costume on a header card. Super Bat. Comes with this simple domino mask and a purple suit. Actually, you see the utility belt. Made by Austin Art Studios. Pretty offbeat, rare piece. To cash in on the 66 Batman craze, MacMan Enterprises made this bat ring. Here's the better side of the card. 1966 Batman buttons on header card. That is the Deputy Crime Fighter one, and the Batman Charter member, which you could buy in various ways. 1966 Transagram Batman coins made of plastic. This is a carded example, and these are just some spare coins that I've had forever. You can see them better. Batman logo, Batmobile, Robin, Alfred, Riddler, Penguin, Joker. This is the 1966 Colorforms Batman print putty on card. And I love that little booklet graphics. Batman Viewmaster reels, which first came out in '66, based on the first Julie Newmar Catwoman episode of Perfect Crime from the '66 TV series, and this has been reissued. This was reissued in 1976, and there's two different card variations. And here's a '60s issue of the same story, but in these strips by Sawyer's True View Magic Eyes. Same story, Perfect Crime, first Catwoman episode starring Julie Newmar. There's actually a variation of this card where only the Batman TV series logo switched out for graphics that you see right on the reels, actually, on those strips. Russell's made this Robin color-a-deck card game with these really pretty waxy, like a translucent wax crayons. Just so sweet. I remember these when I was a kid. And this is from 1977. They also made a Batman as well. This is a child's Batman badge, die-cut badge. These could be found in hardware stores or places like Color Tile. They came on a large sheet where they were perforated and you could pull it apart. And the same maker manufactured the magnets for the Super Friends. And there was a find in recent years. I have a couple of these. Here's a vintage 1970s Batman honeycomb centerpiece by Amscan. It's dated 1966, but it's really 1972, which is when they made all the other Batman party supplies. The unique thing about it is this image of Batman done by Carmine Infantino Here you have a matching Robin graphic, and you won't find them side by side on any other merchandise. Some odd 70s footwear is this Nasta Batman swim fins, which I remember pleading for at Lionel Kitty City back in the 70s with my great Aunt Joan, and they were over $1, and she was giving me hell about it because it had to be an item that had to be $1 or less. My brother got a wiffle ball or whatever. It was 99 cents. And these were popular in Woolworth. These toasty socks. It's really sweet piece. There's actually a few different variations and different card variants as well on those. They're sort of slippers meets socks. Vintage 80s Gulliver superhero figures. These came random to a pack, but always 5. Never came painted, unlike the larger scale figures Gulliver produced in 1978. In 1981, these were made expressly for Pepsi Cola, but here they are on an original header card. Joker, Penguin, Clark Kent, Aquaman, Hawkman. Some quirky junior die-cast vehicles carded. Batmobile, Batcopter, Batboat. Here's some of the Henry Gordy International Batman rack toys. You have the metal whistle, the bat cuffs, bat pistol, bat binoculars, bat scope, Batmobile racing game, which there was a massive find of. Gordy Batman is the survival kit, the crime fighter set, which is a really cheaply made Batman utility belt set, which they recycled for some other characters like the Ninja Turtles and the Bubble Blaster, which is really one of the most rare Gordy Batman toys ever made. And they leaked. Yeah, mine leaked all over the back of the card and the front. You can see the staining. Mine's from Woolworth. The original 5 and dime. And some more Batman Gordy guns. So here is the 78 Ball Blaster, which the mold was used for the late 80s one. And that's the Night Flash sparkle gun. Oftentimes when it's loose, people mistake it for a 70s sparkle gun, but there's a different translucent blue sparkle gun made by Gordy. And then that one's the Bat Signal flash gun, which there's a few variations of. 1989 Nasta Batman flashlight. There's another variation where it comes with a mini flashlight. This is the 1985 Pez Batman candy dispenser on card. These were pretty common, and they even lingered in stores well into the early 90s. And it's actually the same mold that was recycled from the 66 Pez, but obviously it doesn't have the cape, and they were given feet later on. Obviously they didn't have feet in the 70s. But my favorite crayons are these figural ones from Craft House from 1990, and I think I have a really good color variation because they mix up these colors for these figural crayons. So my Batman's in black, Batgirl in blue, Bat Signal in red, which obviously isn't ideal, Robin in a peachy flesh tone, and then pink Joker, but they never made a purple crayon, and then a yellow Batmobile. Not too bad. I mean, and this is one of my favorite Craft House. Actually, this is my favorite Craft House piece from 1992. There's also an animated series variation and a card variation in blue. and that's the pocket gumball dispenser. It's just a sweet piece, and I have a great memory, um, of getting it at Toys R Us. It was brand new. Here's a different Batman pocket gumball machine from The Adventures of Batman and Robin from Warner Brothers Studios store, made in 1996. Here's a Batman Returns gumball machine store display. Those jelly rubber bats that kids fling. Loot bags on Justice League and Catwoman. All of her Batman Returns party supplies by Unique back in 92-93 were in overabundance. They were flooding dollar stores. They couldn't get rid of them. These are the 1989 balloons by Blue O Bird. There's also 89 balloons by Unique. But Blue O Bird first made Batman balloons in 66. Batman Forever Batmobile soap on a rope. This is the harder to find of the 5 produced in 1995 by Soap Tunes. And you can see the soap is like sweating or something in there. It's really strange. 89 Batmobile by Hot Wheels in gray with red tinted windows. Some Dark Knight Trilogy die-cast Hot Wheels. Batman Begins camo Batmobile. And The Dark Knight Rises The Bat, which is his Batwing in that film. Every time I think about that vehicle, I always remember how they knocked down a street sign filming in Pittsburgh with that, the life-size prop. Some of the 60s TV series Hot Wheel die-cast. This killer bootleg from China. This is a really cool Batman toothbrush, I think. It's got a figural handle, and it lights up. And this is the Esquire Novelty Bat Grenade from 1966. Hope you enjoyed this carded vid, and subscribe for more, because really, when it comes to Batman toys and comics, I've only actually just scratched the surface.